What it is, you guys, it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Life. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and cruising for justice. Hope a girl to see justice before all fades to black. Ooh, hot. It's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, I'm coming through today on what's today? June the 14th, 2023. Today actually is Flag Day, if they haven't changed it, but it's also my parents' anniversary. They would have been married 43 years if my mother had not passed away. Well, they're still married because, though she passed away, they were married at the time that she passed away untimely. So today is, celebratory day. Okay, so first what I wanted to do was read these two poems. I told you guys that a couple of days ago I ran across this dude. It was in my vlog where me and Money was out at Lake Eola. I got these two poems and I'm gonna read them. It was a guy that was out in front of the Dollar Tree, and he also was in front of the Walmart, and he's like hustling, grinding. It brought back memories of when I was out there giving out my demo, trying to get my music big. And it's like, to get anywhere, you have got to hustle. Like, things are not going to be given to you. And the hardest part about hustling is that there literally is no time to do it, right? There is no time to hustle. We have enough of our time taken by just trying to work. If you have kids, then that's even less time. Like, I always think of each person's day. They tell us, oh, we all got the same 24 hours in a day, but we don't have the same setup. So it is going to be easier for some to pursue their dreams than others. So let's think of your 24 hours as a pie. I do want to start doing some infographics. Girl, I got to put this graphic design degree to some type of work. Even though I'm not using it in my job, I have to use it somewhere in my life. But I want to start making infographics about that, where basically it shows your day as a pie. So first, the big chunk of your day is going to be sleep. Then you work 8 hours at least, so subtract that's gone. So now you literally have just little pieces of time left in the pie before the next day happens. But of course, from the next day, you're going to have to subtract that big chunk of pie, which is your work day and stuff like that. So you literally don't have that much time. And if you are a mother, you're gonna, or a father, or if you have children, let's just say it that way, you're gonna deduct even more pieces of the pie. So if you do have a dream, you have a purpose. We all have a purpose for being on this earth. Like, we're literally not just here for no reason whatsoever, and we're definitely not here just to work. So to complete your purpose, your whole reason for being here, that's gonna come outside of those other pieces of pie that's been taken. So you literally got to cut that from. What you can do, what I used to do, was cut smaller pieces of pie for sleep. You literally cannot cut the pie of work because you're stuck working in a working cycle, because you got to pay bills. So as long as you have to pay bills, you're in debt. As long as you're in debt, you're gonna keep working because you have to pay that debt off. And it's like, it just becomes an endless cycle. So to be able to pursue your whole purpose of living or being, any of that, you're going to have to cut from the little pieces left. And that's where you end up cutting from personal time, the time that you would have your hobbies, or the times that you would be exercising, or the time that you would be getting your hair done. You're going to cut from that, trying to fulfill your purpose. But in the back of your mind, you always know that this is not forever. This is just a sacrifice for the moment until I make it. The only problem being, your girl here never made it. So I always sacrifice time, care, personal care, health care, all of that, all of those things that do take time to keep up with. I sacrifice that, thinking that if I stayed on my grind, one day I can elevate above just working. And I had to sacrifice to go to school. School is not easy, and it's definitely not easy. When I was a single mother of a high schooler, like, that's not easy at all. That's no ways easy. And in the time that I went, I had become disabled already. So that created that school would take even more time than it would take the usual person. So it's like, it just brought me back to when I was grinding, when I was younger, when I just knew the sky is the limit. It's a matter of time. I had a lyric where I said, I used to think the limit was the sky. Now call me Chicken Little, seems the sky is falling on mine. And that basically refers to when we're younger, we have these big dreams and aspirations, and we just know they can happen. And it's not until the world comes and just demolish those dreams and like, no, you're gonna work, you're not gonna make it off your talent, you're not, and it's very hard. There are some that break through the cracks and actually become, whatever they were destined and purposed to be. Like Shanti Adesha, that's a YouTuber I love to watch. She says how her life was in a world of shambles. She had literally went to school for one thing, just as myself, during 2020, and everything shut down. The industry ain't even hired. Like, you literally just spent all that time in school, and now there is no industry for you to go into. That was how it was with me. Threw me off my rocker, off my course, and now I'm so far behind course, and I got myself further embedded in working, and now further embedded in working means you're further away from your purpose. Unless you can ever align the two, your purpose and your career. If you can align those two, then you can complete both. Other than that, you're going to be trying to do, you can combine both, and it'll be less time because you're killing two birds with one stone. But as long as your career does not align with your purpose, you're going to have to pursue both. And if you have to choose between the job that pays your bill, keeps a roof over your head, takes care of your children, and your purpose of what you really want to do, the adult thing you're going to have to choose is the job. So he was out there. Me and Money, the first time I seen him, me and Money were going into Walmart. We were shopping for Miss Princess, and he was just kind of outside handing out these poems, and he's like, I'm charging $1 for my poem. And I always support people that are out there grinding, because it's not easy to grind, and it's not easy to keep going if you're not getting the traction you deserve. All of the hard work is really not paying nothing. Like, almost like my YouTube, I post daily. I'm coming up with content. I'm reviewing stuff. Even when it's not easy, and it's very time consuming, and I'm getting not one lick of anything from it. Not even the support in my husband's case, which that's worth more than money for me. But I'm not moving his case no further along. Like, I'm just grinding, hoping for this one day of payback. So it's like, so when I see somebody out there grinding, it really warms my heart that they're out there. They believe in themselves, so they're out there marketing. That's promotion. Him standing out there, handing out his poetry, telling people that, hey, I pay this much, I charge this much. What I should do, since I do support that he's doing this, and it was a young black man. I love it, because they always claim that all black men do is rob, and steal and ill people. That's all they do anyway, right? That's what they tell me every day when I talk about my husband wrongfully convicted. Well, I'm sorry, but that's all them black boys are doing. Like, they tell me this every day. But here's a black boy not doing that. Or he's not really a black boy, but he's a young black man. He's not doing that. And I see many of them not doing that. But we're all grouped together. When one does wrong, group us all together and judge us together. But when one does right, you say, well, that's just one. Oh, that's just one black guy out of many. And it really warmed my heart. So a few days later, I'm going to the $1.25 tree, right? I'm just running in there because I wanted to get something before, I don't even remember what I went in there for like one thing. And they did not have my one thing. Oh, some Excedrin. That's what I went in there for, those little travel packs of Excedrin. So they didn't have anything. So I'm on my way in, I'm talking on the phone, and he's like, hey, mama. But then he see me on the phone, and he was like, oh, okay, I see you're busy. So I went in, they didn't have my Excedrin. I came right back on out. And that's when I'm like looking around because I already have the money in my hand because I know he is promoting his poetry, $1 per poem. So I'm like, I'm going to give him $2. I don't have a lot, but I'm going to give him what I have because we got to support each other. Nobody makes it in their dream. I know you can go out there and do the work, but without someone supporting you, you will go nowhere. So I can go out there and I can create. I can do poems. I can draw to my fingers fall off, to the tips of these fingers fall off. But if no one supports me, it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. Honestly, I can be a testament to that. So I come out with the $2 in my hand and I'm going to give it to him. But he's like gone. I'm like, he's gone that quick? So I see him down the street. And like as I pull out my parking spot and get ready to head towards the area, like going home, I see him down the street. And I honk my horn. I see he's talking to somebody, but so I'm not trying to detour him from, his marketing. But I am really impressed that you're out there grinding, and it's bringing back so many memories when I was out there grinding, girl. And it makes me want to get out there alongside you and grind, like for real. So he is down the street. I honk my horn. He's done talking to the person, and I have the $2 and I hand it to him out the window. And he's about to tell me like what he's doing, and I'm like, no, I already know. You're out here, you're promoting your poetry. I love it. And give him the $2. Guys, if you have anybody in your life, and it tends to be our family, we think our close family and friends would support us when we have a dream, support us until we can make it on our own. But unfortunately, the world is not set up that way. Most times it tends that if you have a dream and you're pursuing your dream, your family gives you the side eye. Your family is going to be the last to support you. Honestly, everybody else, strangers, the world, people, once they start seeing that people are actually vibing with you and taking you seriously, then your family is going to want to jump aboard. Like I told my family, this is like Noah's Ark. Like, I'm literally finna take off. I don't care how long it's taking me. I'm well into my 40s now and still have not made it. And I have been trying so hard since I was like 19 years old. And I haven't made it nowhere. I've actually went back. I've backpedaled. I've gotten worse over time. But one day it's gonna happen. And I'm like, y'all better get on this ark before this closed. Because y'all know back then, Noah was the one saved. Because he got up on that ark. And everybody thought he was crazy. Everybody thought this and thought that. But who survived? God gave me some gifts. God gave that young man some gifts. And if you have a gift, use it. Use it, use it, use it. Because that gift is what's going to make room for you. So before I go clock in, I want to read. Let's go. He has an IG, a TikTok, and they are, oh, he has YouTube too, so we're gonna go follow him. Okay, so let me put this up so y'all can see it. It might reflect backwards, but I'll put it in the description box later. So that's his IG, that's his TikTok and YouTube. I'm gonna go subscribe today. Okay. And he has a Cash App to support him. Always support artists, especially if we're African American. We need to support our African American artists. That's why there's so few of them, because we don't support them. And it gets really hard to do anything out here without support. Okay, so I'm gonna read his poems. So it was 3 different poems, but 2 of them are the same. 2 are the same. But each time I see this young man, if I got $1 in my pocket, I'm gonna run it on over to him because I love it. Okay, so the first one is called Diamond Axine. Axine. Everything important is easy. Everything hard is important. If we all stay true in the moment, we all plant a seed for a better fortune. Right or wrong, life forever gives us choices. Faith and prayer overcomes dark forces. Be the light that shines bright from the vortex. Go within, meditate. God axing the poison. All right. And then now the next one is a letter to my daughter. Just sitting here thinking about my child, like, wow. And how she looks just like her father when she smiles. The sky is the limit. Don't come down. Number 9, your cloud. You Penny, I'm Oscar proud. You Lizzie, I'm Sam McGuire. Daddy here to cultivate and watch you blossom like a flower. Wow, that is beautiful. And y'all know I love the relationship between a father and daughter. Y'all know the basis of my channel. I'm trying to, basically the way that we had to maintain our family and that bond between my daughter, our daughter, and her father, as her father was wrongfully incarcerated and been in prison for 21 years for no other reason but being black, you know, black at the wrong time. So I'm gonna continue on with that case. I think I need to start back telling his story. Though I feel quite defeated in the situation, and it's feeling like he's never coming home except for 2039 when his wrongful conviction is over. I need to get back. We don't know what God has in store for us. And for God to have put me in his life at that time that he was gonna go take this downfall, it has to be a reason, you know. So I'm gonna get back to that, and I just love it. I love the bond between a father and a daughter. I grew up with my father, and let me tell you, I would not be the person that I am without my father. That man just still every day, y'all know, he cooks my little old crusty self breakfast every day. So without my father, I still would not be eating. And I try my best not to depend so hardly on him. Like this whole moving situation, my dad would move heaven and heck to help me move if I asked him, but I don't want to just, you know, depend on him without depending on myself first. But yeah. All right, guys, so I am going to try to see if I can upload and link his information. Please go support him. This man is out here grinding. He's not out there robbing, illing and stealing, I believe, because I doubt you'd be doing that by day and then grinding by night. You'll just be out there doing that, right? And that actually brings in more money, so I commend him more for getting out there on his talents than getting out there doing, you know, that. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. It's your girl Cadillac.